athlete, promoter, storyteller, industry leader, roteur, and I believe inspirational person for young women looking to be endurance and cycling athletes in general. While Amanda Nauman Sheik may be best known as a professional gravel cyclist, her work to promote the positive aspects of gravel cycling has had a profound and lasting impact. With an early background in mountain bike and cyclocross racing, Sheik's transition into the gravel world was met with quick success. Her resilience and detail-oriented nature combined with fierce competitiveness to propel Sheik to the top of the podium in gravel's largest events. And she's done it all the while also working full-time as a quality manager in the aerospace industry. She's not only fast, but she is also beautiful, and she has the brains. It's amazing. Sheik is a two-time Unbound 200 champion and holds the distinction of winning one of the toughest editions of the event, the infamous Mud Year in 2015. She followed it up with another victory at the event in the next year in 2016 and 2 second-place finishes in the subsequent years. A podium threat any time she toes the line, Sheik is a 5-time winner at the Rock Cobbler. She's also topped the podium at Mid-South and Belgian Waffle Ride in California and has finished on the Unbound XL 350-mile podium. Beyond her on-bike achievements, Sheik is a recognized thought leader in gravel cycling. Her long-running podcast, Rodeo, provides inspiration for aspiring cyclists and insight on the sport's toughest topics. Her development into a media role gave her the opportunity to host some of the earliest social media live events and live streams for big events where she gave the women's race the coverage that it deserved. Yes. Sheik's acumen for product testing has also made her a valuable asset to the companies she's partnered with. Additionally, Sheik demonstrates her commitment to preserving the rich history of gravel cycling as a Gravel Cycling Hall of Fame advisory board member. Sheik and her husband Dave are co-founders of Mammoth Tough in Mammoth, California, a challenging gravel event. The event showcases the beauty and challenge of the local terrain, and its culture has positively contributed to the growth and diversity in the gravel cycling scene. After 3 years of running Mammoth Tough as an independent event, in 2025, the Sheiks made the event one of the first ever US-based UCI Gravel World Series events. The move showcases Sheik's desire to continually innovate, raise the bar, and push the sport forward. Sheik's impact as an athlete, promoter, industry leader, and advocate for the gravel cycling community is significant. It's helped countless athletes and enthusiasts find their own unique love of the sport through a unique combination of inspiration, empowerment, and shared perspective. Amanda Nauman is not only an incredible athlete, but she has been one of the mainstays of our sport and one of the most encouraging and most solid humans that I've ever come to know. When she tells you that she will be somewhere, she will be there. She has supported this industry. She has supported the groundbreakers. She has been one herself. Amanda Nauman is a true leader in our sport, and she is still doing the hard work and is not done yet, and it is my absolute honor. So please welcome with me 2025 inductee to the Gravel Cycling Hall of Fame, Amanda Panda Nauman Sheik, everybody.
Can you hear me? Is this good? I'm not going to hold it like he did. Can you guys hear me okay? Oh, okay. So to stand here tonight among so many legends and pioneers of this sport in the spiritual home of gravel, Emporia, Kansas, is an incredible honor. Honestly, if you told me trudging through the mud with what felt like bird nests for shoes back in 2015, that I'd be here a decade later, I'd have said, you're insane. But it's funny how those early crazy challenges not only shaped us, but inspired so many others to chase even more and bring even more people along for the ride. Thank you to Dan and Yuri for continuously bugging me about submitting a nomination, despite my best efforts to keep pushing it off. Thanks to the Gravel Cycling Hall of Fame Board for tirelessly working behind the scenes to build this to what it is today. Thank you to everyone who took the time to submit a nomination, and thank you to the electors for recognizing my journey enough to place me in this hallowed company. I struggled with shaping any sort of speech for today. I much prefer sitting behind a microphone without an audience, interviewing other people for Grodeo, but working backwards, thinking about what I wanted people to remember about my career that got me to standing here today. There are three main themes that I want to be the takeaways: perseverance, encouragement, and helping other people. Tonight, I want to talk about the long roads, the open doors, and the hands that helped me along the way. When people talk about my career, they often highlight the wins: BWR, Mid-South, Rock Cobbler, a couple times right outside this theater, and those moments are certainly etched in my memory. But what I want you to remember even more are the times that I didn't win. The countless seconds. I have just as many second places at DK than I do wins. The near misses, the races where my body just refused to cooperate. I recall so many instances on rides where there were more good reasons to quit than to keep going. The fatigue, the doubt, there are always good reasons to give up. But my successes, the ones you see celebrated, were built on a foundation of sacrifice and a stubborn refusal to give up. It was about pushing past the easy choice to quit, and instead, as our friend Jay Peterberry would say, to ride forward. For me, the real story isn't just about the podiums, it's about recognizing that celebrating the wins is the easy part. The more transformative journey lies in learning to grow from the moments of struggle and when things simply refuse to go your way. In 2015, I was a broke cyclocross racer that started back at a real job just a month after crossing this finish line right outside because I couldn't make enough money to be a professional bike racer. The win is glorified, but the real stories are so different, and perseverance isn't just for the finish line, but for everything leading up to it and even after it. The second theme tonight is about opening doors and encouraging women. My path into this industry and sport was shaped by pivotal opportunities given to me. My first job out of college was an internship at Felt Bicycles, and it came because Jeff Sochek saw something in a cover letter that I wrote for a job I was absolutely not qualified for. He basically created the role for me in their engineering department because I conveyed how badly I wanted to work there and laid out exactly how I could help them. Then there was Dave, who after finishing top 10 in the 2014 Unbound event said, "You could win this race." He also tricked me into my first cyclocross race because he knew I had the potential to do well, and look how that spiraled into a decade of chasing dreams. Dave should be standing up here with me because of how much he poured into supporting me. And my parents, who always told me I could do anything I set my mind to, and my dad, who put me on a dirt bike and mountain bikes when I was little, not giving me any reason to think that little girls couldn't do those things. I looked back at my career and did some quick math. Every sponsorship and every work opportunity that I was given since I started racing at a high level, and from that math, the reality is that 81% of those significant opportunities and contacts came from men, while 19% came from women. And this isn't a critique, it's simply the landscape as it existed and in many ways still exists. It would be completely unrealistic for me to stand here tonight and suggest that tomorrow we can just hire a bunch of more women into specific roles in the bike industry. It's not realistic. The true long-term solution lies in planting the seeds now, and it's about encouraging girls and young women to believe that they are capable of incredibly hard things, to ride their bikes, to tackle epic challenges, to truly believe that they can excel in fields and roles traditionally dominated by men. It's about fostering that self-belief from the ground up so that in the future, that 19% becomes a more accurate reflection of the incredible talent and passion that women bring to this sport and this industry. I'm incredibly grateful to all the men who opened doors for me in this two-wheeled world, and I hope more men lead by your examples. To all the men in this room, do your best to encourage and make space for your female counterparts, your friends, your partners, your kids. Tell them to do tough things and allow them to believe that they can do whatever they want to dream big about. My final and perhaps most important theme, the responsibility we have to help others. At its core, professional racing is a very selfish and very ruthless endeavor. You're constantly pushing your own limits, looking for individual glory, and only worrying about yourself. But the greatest thing we can do to ensure the longevity and the health of gravel cycling is to build each other up, to share our knowledge, to seek out the next generation of passionate individuals, and to bring them to the table, helping them realize their own potential. My commitment to this ideal has led me to support other racers, people like Drew Dillman, who's here tonight, to work on fun projects with incredibly talented creative photographers and videographers, and to engage with development programs designed to uplift the next generation. It also inspired the creation of Mammoth Tough, not just another race, but an event that I really wanted just to bring more people from all walks of life to the gravel table and encourage and introduce them to this magic. This honor isn't just about my individual achievements, it's a recognition of the collective spirit of gravel and our shared responsibility to nurture it. What makes this relatively young discipline so beautiful is the fact that so many people have been inspired to nurture it and make many different versions of what they think that is for themselves. Keep doing that, and we'll be in a good place down the road. My final thank yous, David, my parents, my family, Bill Scheiken, he invited me to that first episode of Grodeo, and I just never left, and he encouraged me to keep doing it. My friends that I've made near and far along the way. A very special shout out to the race promoters. A lot of my successes and everything that I've done would be nothing without them. Dorothy Wong in Southern California, Sam Ames, and Michael Marks. My sponsors who have supported me, there's so many of you, and I appreciate every single one of you. And finally, the photographers and creatives who tell our stories and continue to help shape this discipline. I'm genuinely humbled by this recognition, and while I often feel I have so much more to contribute, I will embrace this honor as a profound inspiration to continue championing and developing the sport. Thank you, Gravel.